Pariah, an American film released 2011, directed and written by Dee Rees. The cinematographer is Bradford Young.
Alright, study people.
Hey.
Main character Lee is an outcast. The mise-en-scène shows us by framing her alone. The noisy, diegetic sound of her walking emphasizes her aloneness at school. The mise-en-scène also shows her from the back or the side, but not full on. This blocking creates the perspective as if we were looking at Lee as an outsider looking in.
Yeah, Lee gang. She's cute too.
Sometimes Lee shares the mise-en-scene with others, but the cinematographer finds devices to keep her separate. For example, the noisy mise-en-scene and music of the club emphasize her aloneness by contrast.
AP English? Yep.
Even in a conversation, Lee is isolated in a shot-reverse shot, which reveals her vulnerability around others, who often reject her. After being brushed off by her best friend Laura, she is shot alone in the mise-en-scene once again. In this scene, when she is rejected by someone she thought was her friend, the moving camera and blocking make sure that she is kept alone. In this scene, the moving camera not only showed us Lee only from the side, or as we see now, partially, but also show her friend to turn her back to Lee. In this way, Lee is not only ignored by the mise-en-scene in that she is not shown full on, but she is also ignored by the person with whom she's having a conversation, ultimately rendering her an outcast. An idea associated with the word pariah is alienation, which means to cause someone to feel estranged or isolated. Several formal devices are used in this scene. However, whip pan and racking focus are the ones which most contribute to the theme of estrangement and isolation in the family. These devices are nearly invisible in that they are realistic to filming the small space of a dinner conversation. However, they are clearly relevant to the theme that is being portrayed.
I was expecting a call. Hello? Yeah.
It's your father's night off. Straighten up.
So homecoming got moved up this year. It's actually going to be in September instead of October.
Really?
Yeah, which means that I can actually go to the autumn ball and the homecoming dance.
Who are you gonna go with?
I don't know, maybe Derek if he asked me, or maybe Parrish. But I know for homecoming that I definitely want to go with Craig.
And who are you gonna go with, Lee?
I'm not going.
What do you mean you're not going? It's your junior year.
Leave her alone, Audrey. If she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go.
But she's a junior. She's not gonna have any memories.
I like all those boys buzzing around my daughters anyway.
Lee gay.
That's right, and it better stay that way. Matter of fact, I don't know if I'm gonna let you go.
Dad? Shut up.
So, what are your memories, Mother?
Lee turns the table on Mom, from whom she is particularly estranged.
I've got plenty of memories.
Like? I'm just saying, share with us.
Did you go to prom?
Yes, I went to prom.
Who'd you go with?
Are you comfortable with this?
I'm fine. She asked you.
Did you have sex at prom?
Hey. Relax.
I'm definitely having sex at prom.
Oh my God.
No, you're definitely not going to prom. You're not having sex for 10 more years, so
10 years?
at least.
That's like 25.
Exactly.
That's an inappropriate
That's
question.
Is
early
that
for
how
me.
old you were when you first had sex?
That's how old you'll be when you
This isn't
find
dinner
out.
conversation.
Lee is
guys.
ignored by everyone but Dad. Racking focus and an eyeline match between the two show their connection. However, another scene reveals them to be alienated from each other.
Goddamn happy.
A miscommunication is punctuated by strategic blocking. Dad immediately leaves the room and turns his back to Lee.
Say,
However,
there's
if we pay attention to the specific setup of the mise-en-scene in this shot, we can connect it to many other shots. Alone in frame, profile view, high contrast lighting. This specific setup is used time and time again to portray the themes of aloneness and alienation reflected in the film's title. Likely, Dad is not only alienated, but alone too, as we can examine in the following scene.
Hey.
I must have dozed off. How long you been in?
Hour.
Did you see the plate over there?
This is fine.
Why don't you come sit over here? There's room. You can see the TV better.
This is fine. Thank you.
Just alike.
Say what?
You and your daughter. Did you talk to Lee yet? I told you she's still
I
running.
talked to Alike.
You did?
Everything's fine, like I told you. Matter of fact, she's got a boyfriend.
A boyfriend.
Just give her some space.
Space. She's never around as it is. And you're just like her. Creeping in all hours of the night, running around like you got something to hide, both of you. And acting like I'm the big bad witch. What about me, huh? I'm here alone by myself all the time, and Sharonda's getting older and she's starting to go out, and pretty soon
I don't have
I'm
anything to hide. Look, I told you, I talked to Alike. Everything's fine.
Did you ask her?
No, because I don't have to. Besides, I would know, okay? I know my daughter better
Your
than
daughter.
anyone else.
So all of a sudden...
Stop, Dad! I'm not your husband, so stop coming at me like I am. I'm not your companion, and I'm not your friend. You made that abundantly clear. I'm your daughter, and I have my own shit to deal with.
You must have lost your damn mind!
When utilized throughout the film, formal elements such as blocking and shot reverse shot, racking focus, and whip pan, oddly enough, unify the characters in their aloneness and alienation. The theme and formal elements coverage comes full circle when even Mom, the antagonist or protagonist Lee, is shown to be an outcast, just like her daughter. The recycling of formal elements to depict not just Lee's, but her parents' aloneness brings unity to not only the characters in the film, but also the social message it conveys. And that is, in times of conflict, all parties are alone in their own battles. And you might be able to understand someone if only you could walk in their shoes.